as you tell, really surprised and happy. I'm John Chu.
Hi, and I'm Faye Deval.
I'm Andrew Hendrawan.
I'm Tanvir Khan.
I'm Jun Ota.
And we are We Act.
Hi, so we're We Act, and we're here to pitch our idea. So my name is Faye Deval, and I'm adopted. I was born in China and in a room with 100 babies and lucky enough to be adopted by Dutch parents. Who knows where else I might have ended up? In addition, this has also left me open to being discriminated against because I have a Dutch passport, a Chinese appearance, I grew up in China, but I live in Holland. That's why I care for social causes. I think everyone should have equal opportunities and be treated fairly. So I decided to become a fundraiser to help the social causes I care about. So what I did was I went door to door for 8 hours in a day to about 100 doors. And on average, 4 donors would decide to donate monthly. Of the 50 people that opened their door, 20 people would ask, but how do I know where my money's going? Do I know it's going to the right place? Can I trust you? And when you're trying to do something good, and when people are questioning you all the time to help a good cause, it hurts.
And Faye, you're not alone. Our world is in a trust crisis. Since 2005, we are at the lowest levels of trust. It's gone down to 45% in the US from 33% in 2016. People don't trust their charities. And that makes sense. We've seen problems and we've seen misuse of trust. That's why we're going to solve this market. Now, we've done research, and we'll do research here. Who here has given to a charity in the last month? Raise your hand. Okay, that's actually higher than our research. That's great. But I'd love to hear again, when we did our research, it was about 10, 15% of people. Of those, almost all of them, it was because of an emotional connection. It was because their friend introduced them to a charity. It was because their mother or father had something. It was an emotional connection, a relationship. Also, transparency is huge. So the two together is what we found is the most important. Now, how are we going to solve this problem?
So in United States alone, there are 1.5 million nonprofit organizations. And these organizations generated 410 billion US dollars. Unfortunately, they lost about 12% of the donators compared to the previous years. That's a loss of opportunity of 50 billion US dollars. Imagine how much money that we can contribute to the society. Okay, so we have created this beautiful solution called We Act. So please tell us more about it, Tanvir.
So thank you. So this We Act is a platform that allows the donors, the fundraisers, and the recipients to interact with each other in a social norm. The most important fact is connecting with emotion. They have the video contact between themselves. The donor and the recipient, through the fundraiser, or maybe directly between themselves, can have video contact. And video contact creates emotional connection. And transparency. The donor can know with real-time data where his donation is going. And if somehow, if the donor feels that the donation is not going in the right direction, he will have the check and balance ability to cancel it. And with all the projections, maybe after 1 year, there will be a ranking of transparency of NGOs and nonprofit organizations established using the IoT data. And these will be the most reliable NGOs and fundraisers where the donors will be looking for. So this has been already explained. However, emotional connection and transparency both are necessary to build a trust. Our competitors are only focusing on the transparency. We have built transparency, but our uniqueness is the emotional connection. The direct video contact between the donor and the recipient. When the recipient gets something, the recipient might give a thank you note as a video, and the transparency will be there as well. Now there are some risks. What if someone fakes their data? Someone just creates a fake video, fakes identity, and tells that this is our donation, we have received your donation. Or maybe someone really does a donation and duplicates it, makes hundreds of donations in the record. So to get rid of that huge risk, we have two opportunities. The blockchain mechanism, and then mobilizing the local volunteers who will help us double check this fraud and dance. As a result, this transparency and trust and emotional connection will be completely maintained, and this is the complete solution of We Care. Thank you.
So we're gonna just charge these NGOs about $10 a month for subscription to begin with. But in the future, we're also gonna charge them fee for the donators that go through our platform, 5%.
And why us? We have strong connection to this problem and also a professional background. For example, Faye has, as you guys heard, she has a strong connection for personal background on working on this project. And John started working as an engineer in Google, and after that, he's been working on a nonprofit for 3 years. And then Andrew has a social enterprise right now in Indonesia, and he's going to commit to this project as well. And Tanvir is a QA engineer, and he's from Bangladesh. So he knows about the real world, what is happening there. And myself, I'm working as an advertising agency for a long time, and I've been working a lot of projects with NGOs. And also, as a team, I think we have a strong connection to the team, and also as a team, I think we're not only colleagues, but we try to share the lifetime value together. So that makes our synergy so strong, which is learn and enjoy and collaborate.
Thank you, Jin. As he said, I left Google because when I went there, I felt the missing piece of trying to help the world be a better place. And when I went to the NGOs, we saw this problem firsthand. And I am so committed and I'm so excited to invite you guys to join us on this mission. It's going to be hard. There's lots of risks involved, but hopefully you'll be excited to join us and partner with us to make this a reality and make the world a better place. Thank you.
Could you please explain how a decision-making at NGO is connected to this, your solution? Because sometimes they may want to sort of bundle the money and decide, okay, we'll give 3 million to this, whatever, or rather than $10 each to different places. So how realistically, how can you connect individual $10 donor to individual cases? And another question I had is what's the rationale for 5% fees?
Okay. Sorry, so to clarify your question, it's about the connection between the NGOs and the money that's going to the donor and us in between? Or?
Sorry, my question, NGO make decisions on bundle money rather than...
Right, yeah. So we're actually not focusing, there's 1.5 million NGOs in US. We're not focusing on the top ones which do that. What we're focusing on, the greatest need we found, are the NGOs that are a bit smaller, you know, five or less people, 10 people. They constitute 1.4 million of those. And they don't have the resources that the larger ones have. So our platform enables them to get similar resources that the larger ones have, because now we have economy of scale and we're helping all of them. Does that answer your question? And then for the finance.
So for the 5%, the reason that we charge 5% actually because the regular NGOs spends about 15% for operational, for the physical, to hire people to go around and to solicit donations, and also to spend on marketing, let's say like catalogs, newsletter. So we save them actually a lot of money.
Follow up though, even for the small NGOs, who, for example, if there are 10 families or 10 children who are receiving, is the NGO have to match the fund and the other ones?
And that's the beauty of our solution. Faye before, she was with one NGO that was 5, 10 people, and she was going around door to door to door. Probably in a larger, we interviewed, there's people that care about those specific things Faye's working on, but the chances that she's gonna find them on her 100 people in that day is very small. So when we create this platform that draws in those donors and draws in these small NGOs, we have a perfect matching mechanism, but we also connect them. Does that answer it?
So the NGO has to do the matching?
Our platform is doing the matching. Yes, yeah. And we're also allowing people when they come in to search for, let's say you're passionate about a certain cause. We'll point you to ones that are doing well and transparent.
Excellent. Thank you very much.